Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here. Check out what I just found out at the thrift store. A Virtual Boy. How cool is that? But as you can see, the Virtual Boy is heavily incomplete. It doesn't have the base or even the cloth eye part or anything. It has virtually virtual nothing. It also has, though, it did come with the controller, which included the battery pack, not the AC power supply, unfortunately. So, why did I pick this up? Well, I've never had a Virtual Boy, and again, this was a thrift store. This was $5 for the whole thing, which I couldn't pass on that. That was just, you know, cheap. Even if I have to spend time hunting down the parts, I thought, ooh, what the hell. But unfortunately, the unit does not actually work. It does power up. I assume it would be able to read games. I don't have any to test, but when you turn it on, one side of the screen works and one side does not. It is the most common issue with the Virtual Boy. Basically, part of it is disconnected and needs to be replaced and repaired. However, I do not have the tools or the skill to do it. But I do have a friend who lives in the UK who is actually quite good at this. I've seen him do it before on his channel. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I don't really want to mail this out there. I think I'm actually just, you know, I saved a lot of money by buying the Virtual Boy at, you know, a thrift store. So I think I'll use that savings, and I'm just going to book a flight out to the UK and have him do this in person. Because, you know, why not? Why not just do it that way? Alright guys, I've landed in the UK and I've got my Virtual Boy here, so I'm going to take it to my friend who will know how to fix it. As you can see.
Virtual Boy? You want me to fix a Virtual Boy? Why, of course. I've already done it on this one here. Let's take a look at it. What seems to be the problem with this?
The lens doesn't work. Left lens does not work.
Right, let's have a look.
They call him the Virtual Boy Whisperer.
But they're very sensitive creatures. You need to whisper to them. You've got to be gentle, as you will see shortly. When you see the operation that we're about to perform, it is very delicate.
Okay guys, so the issue here is that the left lens is not working properly. If you look through the right there, you can, I'm sorry about that, but you can kind of see how it's fine on the right lens. On the left lens, and you can see Ben there, start up the game, which it's focusing on Ben, sorry. You can see it's fine for the moment, but eventually it will start jittering out and looking totally abnormal. Okay, so here's the deal. The Virtual Boy experiment did not really work. Here it is. Okay, so full story. I got this thing, right, and then the left lens, which I mentioned earlier, was not working, and neither the right one was fine. And I talked to him about it. He's got a video on this he did years ago. Go check it out. There's the link there.
Yes, I look very different on that video, but it will show you a successful Virtual Boy fix, which I did on this one.
He's quite good at it. He really is. So anyway, so I brought it here thinking, okay, he'll be able to do it, and, you know, just like he said. And sure enough, when I go to get footage to show you guys, yeah, the left lens doesn't work. It worked. Suddenly the thing was alive again. Now I credit this to perhaps being in this house. He's a Virtual Boy Whisperer.
There's good camera in this house. It probably just fed off the energy.
I mean, right now this camera is being propped up by a Virtual Boy box. I mean, it's in the atmosphere. But anyway, so it was working, and we're like, okay, well, we're still going to do the fix. We're just going to go in and make sure it's properly done so that we fix the issue. Yeah, that was impossible. You want to perhaps explain why?
Yeah, well, we tried to get into it with the specialist tool that I've acquired via the interwebs. It is not this bit, it is this bit. You need this special drill bit to get into a Virtual Boy because Nintendo notoriously made some of the holes on that Virtual Boy very deep, making it difficult to get into, so you need that to get into it. So we put this together into the handle like that and proceeded to try to open the Virtual Boy as I had done on my unit here, but that didn't work. We thought that it was a problem with this, so we started shaving at the hole with a knife. It's all above board. Listen, we wore safety goggles, it was fine, it was all taken care of with a supervisor. She's currently resting now, she's a bit worn out after this escapade, but yeah, so we started shaving at the Game Boy, the Virtual Boy, and that didn't work, and carry on from there.
Well, alright, so we eventually just basically said fuck it, and said, alright, it's working, I'm not, who even cares, we're just going to tell everybody this story. So, if you came here to actually see how a Virtual Boy gets repaired, you're fucked, but you could go to the link to his video and see it, because that actually did work. The process is quite interesting, and I'm sorry we couldn't show it to you. But we tried.
We did try.
And I was, alright, I'll be straight up honest with you. At the end of the video we had planned to do, I was going to give this to you. And yeah, I was going to give it to you after work and be like, oh, surprise. And
I didn't know that. He's already given me a ridiculous amount of stuff, which you will see in a different video.
yeah, well, I'm still giving it to you because I have no, it was always planned that I would leave it here. My whole suitcase was designed around it.
Right, right.
So it is most definitely yours. I'm just sorry we couldn't properly fix it. We tried, we really tried.
And there is the punchline. I get to keep a broken Virtual Boy. Thanks, Adam.
It's not a punchline, it works now. He fixed it, not intentionally.
Yes, not intentionally, but it did sporadically, suddenly, spontaneously rather, begin to work. So.
In my dream scenario, you know, you love the Virtual Boy, I figured he'll have a nice backup one that he can just, you know, for whatever, because you got all the other pieces, like the goggle part and the, you know, the stand and everything. I was like, it'll be a nice backup.
That's
no.
cool.
The fucking screwdriver would not work.
Backup is an awesome idea. I don't have a backup Virtual Boy. That is
Now you do.
And now I do. Yes, one that actually does work on occasion. So
it has done nothing but work since we've been here.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, it works. It is a working Virtual. So there you go. All you need to do if you want to fix a Virtual Boy is come to my house and just be in the house for a little bit, and eventually your electronics will start working again.
Apparently that's true.
I probably shouldn't make that claim for all electronics.
But I would also recommend checking out his video to try it yourself before you spend the plane ticket to get here.
Yeah, I do it. If you can recognise me, I look very different in that old video, but it does show you how to successfully do the ghetto fix for a Virtual Boy. It is the ghetto fix that involves a process you would have seen, which is putting a piece of it in the oven. Which sounds strange, but it does work.
It's true.
Yeah, there is a more professional way to do it with soldering, but they're very, very fine solders, and I haven't got the skills for that. So.
Yep, so baking was an option.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, even though this is probably not exactly what you were hoping to see, but see you guys later.
See you later.